Bam, bam, ba-da-dum, bam, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. Da, 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 da. Welcome to the Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode 7 comedic reaction. If this is your first time, let me let you know this is not a serious reaction. I did not read the books. I will not read the books. I can't read. And I don't plan on learning. If you want a serious reaction with all the lore and all the maps and House Tortamen and Lord of the Riverlands and Tormund Alley and Jenkins and Jones, you go visit with Charlie down in Emergency Awesome. You go visit with Alt Shift X. You go visit with Heavy Spoilers. All right? I'm just a nigga that like them dragons. I ain't them people. All right? Respect to them people. But I ain't them. I be forgetting stuff. I be forgetting names. I got kids. I got other stuff to do. I got to take my son to school. I don't have to do that. I haven't had to do that in a while. But the point is, I won't stand for it. Okay? I forgot who that man was that snatched up quarters. He was in the scene prior. I was looking down. I was ordering ice cream. But anyway, I'm late. I usually do this the night before, but I was in Atlanta. My sister had a show, and then afterwards we went to dinner as a family, and I didn't have time to watch the episode because I had an early lobby call. But I'm here now. I watched on the plane. What an episode to freaking be late to. All kinds of great stuff. Let's jump in, shall we? Now, I'm tempted to start with my overall thought. I think I will. And then I'll go back, and I'm going to repeat some of the things I'm saying. Overall, this episode was a terrible blow to Rhaenyra and her campaign. Probably the single worst episode for Team Black. The stuff she's trying ain't working. The stuff that is working against her is working better. The stuff that they have done poorly is blowing up in their face. And the penultimate episode of a season usually is one of the better episodes. It was a terrible, as far as dragon swings alone, Aegon gets his dragon back. And what's worse, he has his confidence. Helena got the dream that she's riding Dreamfire. So that's 2 dragons. She didn't seem like Helena was ever going to be in battle. Now she's envisioning herself burning niggas down. It's bad for you. Okay. Sheep Stealer's out of commission. He wasn't really on your side, but he wasn't against you. There was a chance. Now that chance is gone. He's injured. And Ulf. That is a 4-dragon swing in the opposite direction. Not to mention, Sheep Stealer bit your dragon all up. I don't know Rhaenyra's dragon's name, but he got bit up a little bit. All right. So just remember that as far as her reign, nothing is going well for her. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Cyrax, thank you. Cyrax got bit up. The episode starts with Alicent letting that nigga Aemon bone. And can I just say, one of the parts of this show that I can never get with is the incest. And it'd be super incestuous. And the fact that it didn't immediately resonate to me that it was a dream is problematic for me as a human being with a person with morals. I just be like, man, why y'all gotta do this all the time? I be grossed out. And his mama did kiss him for real in real life. And they on that Oedipus complex, brother, sister love, and twin love, and uncle, daughter, or uncle, niece love. They just be like, man, watch. I'd be like, when those scenes happen, I'd be like, why do I watch this show? Because I don't like that aspect. I don't like that aspect of the show. And what is it about Harren Hall that makes you want to smash your mama? Them Targaryens get into that Harren in that hall, and they want to get to their mama's hairy hall. That's the problem. And Alice Rivers, that, Hot Topic girl, she's just irritated. Like, boy, what is it with y'all and y'all dang mamas? Y'all want to get in betwixt that cavernous cooch. Every time y'all get down to the Harren Hall and she try to work your mind, you be like, I'm gonna smash my mom. You gonna smash my, you ain't thinking about Holly Berry, nobody with a fat butt, a Riverlands girl. It's your mom, regular white girls. Where's the girls from Bravos with a BBL? 7 Kingdoms. Y'all ain't thinking about nobody thick. Nobody thick in all the realm and all the Roynar. Just your dang mama. You know there gotta be a thick girl in Bravos twerking. Somebody in Dorne got a fat butt. Somebody in Dorne got a fat butt. But no, I gotta think about my mama. You don't even go to the whorehouses and see nobody thick. Even the girl who was talking to me, sorry, little white girl, she was a little thick. Hot Topic girl irritated. She like, oh my God, you doggone Targaryens and y'all dang mamas. Not the Wildings. Yes, get the Wildings out there with that wild coochie. Jon Snow had some Wilding cat. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I know this. I know up in betwixt, and then where he go? To his dang auntie. At least he didn't know. I don't think he knew. He didn't know Daenerys was his auntie. At least they had different color hair, man. Shoot. Hold that thought. I got to grab my coffee. I just got off a flight. All right, but then it was, revealed that it wasn't his dang mama. It was Allison. Let me tell you what. Ladies, have y'all ever been getting dick down and told a man, I'm gonna give you a son? And men, have you ever been getting coochie down and heard a woman say, I'm about to give you a son? Because that's what Hot Topic said to Damon. He was like, I thought this was my mama. Y'all ain't never said that, ladies? All right. Somebody said she did. Quickest way to kill the mood. It did kill the mood. No, because I'm gay. Fair. Gay people, y'all can't be saying what y'all be saying during sex. None of us can get pregnant. That'd be a relief, honestly. Gay people ain't got to worry about no plan B, huh? Either way, men on men, women on women. I ain't got to worry about no kid. That's a threat. If a man say, a woman say, she gonna give you a baby. Anyway, Hot Topic told him, I'm gonna give you a son. And when it was his mama's face, I was like, man, this is wild. And then it was her, and I was just like, man, watch out. So then Allison come out to introduce Aemon to Sir Adrian. Why did I know just the way Aemon was looking at that dude, he was gonna kill that man? And I'm trying to think while he's having the conversation. I'm like, oh, this man dead. He don't know it yet, but we know it. He was rubbing the hilt of his sword, and I was like, he finna kill this white man. And then he just looked like Aemon got silver teeth. I don't know what dentist he goes to in King's Landing. He talking about, I owe you a debt. Shink. I said, man, why? I can't trust nobody. Which I do feel you on that. Like, whether he pays Eamon off or whether Eamon pays him off or not, Eamon can't have that man really leaving Harrenhal and saying Eamon's there. That is a liability. And the thing is, in this world, you kind of got to do what needs to be done, whether you want to or not. You got to do what needs to be done. You really can't think twice about it, because if anybody knew for sure that Eamon was there with no Vagar, they got to send a host over there. And they'd already been dealing with people, you know, Eamon got a bounty on his head or whatever. They're already dealing with people who are coming over here trying to kill him. He's still recovering, so he's not at full strength. If you got anybody with at least decent hands, it's going to be a problem. But that one dude got Allison all the way there, and somebody complained about how long it takes. Man, we watching TV, y'all. We watching TV. Sometimes I be with y'all, but sometimes we watching TV, man. Who cares? Allison needs to get there, and she's there. I remember a few seasons ago, people was complaining, how long does it take to get from here to there? Nigga, we watching TV, y'all. I don't want to watch nobody walk. Unless the thing is happening on the road and it's part of the story, man, watch out. Time has passed. Who cares? We watching TV. Well, she couldn't have got over there for months. Nigga, you ain't. The maps. She over there now. You know she's over there. She's over there. I'm watching TV. I don't care. We only got 8 episodes, and they're going to cut it off for a whole nother year, and you worried about the amount of time it actually takes to get from point A to point B. Man, we watching TV. This is my stories. Yes, you over here using Westerosi Quest. Man, who cares? I don't care if she transported. They was talking about that with the White Walkers, man. It took, oh my gosh, this and that time. And oh man, who cares? I want to see somebody get stabbed. So anyway, Amy killed that dude. And I'm going to just stick with Allison's story and finish that all out. Aemon has an Oedipus complex, as often Targaryen men do. And this was basically the Game of Thrones versions of, if you gotta give your mom and girl you smash in a ride, who gets the front seat? You know, we always have that conversation on social media. No, my mom always gonna get in the front. No, my baby mom getting in the front. The girl I'm smashing is getting in the front. My mom getting in the back. That's Aemon's dilemma right now. Who is sitting in the front seat? Alice Rivers is like, so you gonna let your mama sit in the front seat after I done gave you this good hot topic? I done nursed you back to health. I done poked the, bandage up your little stab wound, and then your stinking mama come over here, and now you put me to the back, and his mama's like, I am your mother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I try to give you spice wine. I don't know if I try to kill you or make you drunk, but I am your mother still. Remember, we kissed for real. You was dreaming about me. You was dreaming about this mama's Gucci. So I'm sitting in the front seat, and he over here eating carrots. Who is cooking for them? You done killed Sir Simon Strong, and I know he had a kitchen going crazy. Fat people don't never live in Game of Thrones that well. Eventually, they come for us all. But the way Amy was like, you'll stay with us. And her mom was like, Allison was like, nah, man, bro, I couldn't. Can you imagine being terrified of your kid? It wouldn't be no black mama in no King's Landing. Because ain't no black mama going to ever be terrified of their son. I don't care if you have a dragon, one eye, all the hands, all the training. I wish you would terrify me. Something about black moms, it don't matter if their son is 7 feet tall, 275 pounds, could bench press 500 pounds, squat 1,000 pounds. The mama don't never be scared of their baby. Because I wish a Targaryen nigga would disrespect me. Not when you came out of my body with your old daddy's face falling off. And you think I'm gonna be scared of you? Nigga, please. I'll kill my kid before I be afraid of him. So I knew when Allison came out and robbed that dead body for that dagger, she really ain't one for like hand-to-hand violence. But she saw them juices and berries hanging on the tree. I didn't know if she was going to poison him or, get him drunk. I figured she was just going to try to escape. And low key, like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he dropped dead, except for the way that Helena's dreams have told us how Eamon is going to die. And she's getting kind of stronger in her dreams. When she was trying to escape, I kid you not, for a second there, I was like, can Alice Rivers turn into bats? It was nightshades. How y'all know that? What the name of that plant is? Did they say that in the episode? That was the most shriveled up carrot I ever seen. How y'all know that was nightshade? Did y'all read the book? Oh, they did say that in the Inside the episode. They showed that. I watched Inside the episode, but I didn't hear that. Is Helena slow? Somebody said that. I do believe she is on the spectrum. Lil Tiz. She got some of the letters. I don't know which one they are. They don't probably have spectrum there. I don't know what they called it in Westerosi terms. But Helena, she got something. She on that spectrum. She on that spectrum internet. 44 Mbps, $39.99 monthly. That baby got something. She got a little touch of the Tiz. The TISM. She got a little bit. Tiz ain't all bad. Sometimes Tiz means you can see the future. Sometimes it means, how old are you? Because you should be 26. But I feel like I'm talking to a 7-year-old with Helena. Which made it funnier that Rhaenyra, let me tell you what, I'm going to go back because I forgot this part. Rhaenyra getting frustrated and grabbing that baby's arm for a dream. Let me tell you what, Daemon might not know everything, but the one thing he knew was you rule because you already sitting in here. Rhaenyra's biggest problem right now is she is looking for a doggone cosign that she belongs. Appreciate you, brother. Dame Fame for that little funky little five. She's looking for people's approval. She wants the High Septim's approval. She wants the Great House's approval. She wants Masaria's approval. She wanted her dad's approval. She ain't never had no approval, and you ain't never gonna get it. And if you don't just be like, bruh, validated or not, I'm up in here and can't nobody whoop me, it's gonna start to mess with you. And you can see her unraveling. She trying to get this baby girl who neuro spicy to validate her. This girl, like, I don't control the dreams, man. Dreams have me. You trying to make you believe in yourself. Remember what Cat Williams said? It's called self-esteem. How can I mess up how you think about you? You just need to be the queen. You're already there. You sit on the Iron Throne. Yes, it's cutting you. Okay, but you up on here. And I can tell you, there we go. Jones Bones, lack of approval leading to tyranny. Tale as old as time. You ain't got nobody in your side. You can't trust nobody. You already got a tiny, small council. Corliss is gone. Finger licking good. The accountant dude, I forgot his name. He's mad at you. That other white lady who said, "Can I have Harrenhal?" She was like, "Have it." She's like, "I ain't never been this excited, man. Watch out." Damon's gone, and Masari has been trying to get you to Masari's been trying to get you to turn on Daemon every day. So yes. So anyway, let me go back. Now we go to Aegon. Aegon. And I ain't gonna hold you. From where Aegon started to where Aegon is now, they did a good job taking this character from the highest high, right? The number one heir, the king, but we hated him. He's drunk. He's a loser. He's he's down in the Bellows of King's Landing. I forgot where that part of town that they'd be going to smash the hose. Does anybody have a copy of Helena's IEP? That's funny. Flea bottom. To your brother try to kill you, you kissing doo-doo on boots, to you just deciding, look, man, if I'm gonna die a king. This episode might have been the first time Aegon Targaryen was like, I'm a man today. And it's so crazy because we got Tyrion Lannister, Aegon, and Larys. And I forgot where they were trying to go, but the House Mouton was like, House Mouton is on the move. I don't remember where they're coming from, where they're going. Maidenpool dispatched the 20,000 piece host, right? I don't know where they were going. I think the Winter Wolves were headed to Tumilton. I don't know where the Mouton Moutons was going, but they was on the move. And it was such a cool way to show like some fear. You got these townspeople running like, nah, man, these niggas is coming from Maidenpool. We got to go. And Aegon being like, nah, Well, they're like, we can't take the road. And Aegon's like, no, man, I'm tired of running. I'm going to die a king. Okay. And Tyrion Lannister, who had proven to be cowardly a little bit, maybe not cowardly, but like not, I wouldn't say Tyrion Lannister was like heroic. Okay. I might not go so far as to say he was cowardly, but he's for sure not heroic. And Tyrion Lannister, given the opportunity to leave, is like, nah, I'm not. That's very funny. Cowardly line. That's good. He's like, nah, man, I'm not gonna have him fight this army by himself if this army's coming from me. And he ain't telling nobody where the gold is. Let me tell you what. He may be a lot of things, but he holding on to that bread. Let me tell you who don't know where it is. Rhaenyra. He definitely self-serving. So to see a self-serving man be like, nah, I'm gonna stand down. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down with Aegon, who I don't believe has 10 toes. And Larys, he got that club foot. And Larys was like, Tyrion Lannister, man, you got to sacrifice yourself for the king. And Tyrion was like, man, what? No, why would I do that? He's like, it's all you should do, man. You should stand 10 toes down. And he was like, nah, let's all three of us fight. And Larys was like, brother, I got a blue sticker on the back of my horse, so I could park anywhere in the realm at the front. I got a blue sticker, brother. I'm going to be no use in the fight. Let me tell you what, Larys knows what it is and what it ain't. And he was like, Aegon, let's go. And Aegon was like, nah, bro, I'm not running. He was like, I got good parking. He was like, I don't care. And when I tell you, Larys said, may the seven ever be at your side. I'm about to start incorporating this in my real life. When I'm in a party and I get tired, people are like, no, okay, we're gonna go to one more place, man. Let's go out. Let's go to another bar. May the seven ever be at your side. I'm gonna just start incorporating it in my life. Appreciate y'all. May the seven ever be at your side. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here because I'm good. Y'all be blessed. And this nigga Larys he was there all the time. And he's literally that meme of the guy going for the diamond, and he has like one more hit of the pickaxe, and the diamond was there, and he turns around sad. He is literally that. I don't know if y'all have seen that meme. Oh, totally forgot to say, seeing Kristen Cole's head on a spike was just chef's kiss. I just have to say, amazing to see Kristen Cole's head on a spike. I said, oh, and it was already decaying and stuff. I said, oh, this is great. Arrow still in the face. Loved it. But Laris really tipped on out of there, and he had played the game so well. But there's no reason to believe that this doesn't end with Aegon's death. If you're Laris, if you're a strategic person, a great character, I won't say flaw, but like a character thing is you're always thinking. If you're playing the game, you're like, 20,000. First of all, Aegon can't fight, period. Tyrion Lannister can't fight. If it was a host of 3-on-3, we probably lose. 20,000 people, we definitely lose. I'm going, that's funny. It was a shish kebab. You are consistently funny, Mark GQGTM. Shish kebab is great. So I really do feel like I feel him. Okay, I feel him. But Aegon being like, nah, man, I'm going to die a king. I said, okay, like at least you finna die. Right? Like, okay. When Aegon is faced with the hosts, and Aegon was like, I am Aegon, the 6th king of the realm, ruler of the first men, the Andals, the Rhoynar. Like, I was getting hyped with your boy until it was funny that he didn't realize Sunfire was behind him. Now, if you only just believe, mighty God, Aegon told them, Laris, that dragon wasn't dead. Okay? That dragon must have been in like a comatose state while Aegon had to figure himself out. He was in a little dragon coma, a doma. And when Aegon finally, yeah, he is not dead. That was that scene from Black Panther. As you can see, I am not dead. Yada. That's what Sunfire said. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And as then people start getting scared behind him, Aegon start feeling himself more like, yeah, and I'm finna kill y'all. And yeah, y'all better be scared of me. I don't know what would possess him to think his words were that terrifying. But when I tell you that dragon came up with half his face burned off, a mirror image of Aegon rising from the dead. Like Aegon should have been dead. He's been through hell. He's come through on the other side. He believed in himself. And because he believed in himself and was willing to die, Sunfire was like, nah, cut on me. When Aegon turned around and saw Sunfire rising literally like a phoenix, that boy Dracarys couldn't come out of his mouth faster. He said, Dracarys. That's like having an AK-47 times a million. A true hero's journey. Like, I still hate Aegon, but I feel you, though. And we done seen you go through the muck and the miry clay. That boy was too happy to see the people get burned down. He was like, y'all dying. Yes, I did. 20,000 people gone. And also, dragons already cool. A dragon with half a face. Woo! And now he don't have no hands, but he got a dragon. Yeah, Thailand ducked. It was great. I had to watch this episode on the plane when I was flying home today. And then people were so lucky I wasn't at home because I would have been screaming. Had I been at home seeing it, and somehow by the grace of God, this didn't get spoiled for me that Sunfire returned. It was just a great, man, it was a great redemption arc. Yes. And missing some teeth. Yes. Dragon ain't got no side tooth. Hilarious. That's very funny. Y'all funny today. So this might be the single biggest problem Rhaenyra has right now. Aegon is not dead, and he has a dragon. Biggest problem in a patriarchal society is she was never anointed. He was sitting on the throne. If I'm a great house, I'm seeing how you run in King's Landing. Somebody got to have whispers in there everywhere. I'm like, Rhaenyra is slipping. If I haven't chosen a side, Rhaenyra is slipping. If Aegon's got a dragon, because Aemon still has a dragon. All right. That's a problem. All right. So now let's go to my guy. Let's just peel off and go to Ulf. It was funny because Gwaine and Darren Targaryen are talking about how Ormond said he had a piece on the board, and they thought it was Corlys. They're like, man, is Corlys the piece on the board? Why he ain't telling nobody? When it was revealed that Ulf was his piece, the Ulf heel turn was coming. And I think the show has done a good job of showing Rhaenyra's mistakes. And they are so, like, it's great mistakes because I don't want to say she's not equipped in that way, but she actually is unable to offer the people that she needs the things she needs to offer them. And because her and Daemon don't see people as valuable, it is their undoing. Baela said it too. Baela said when she was talking to the brother, first of all, I forgot this part. I didn't write this down in my notes. Baela don't baby Corlys is Alan. So Locke's Corlys is Adam, I believe. Baela talking about, yo, brother, you must have talked to him. And Adam was like, what? She was like, oh, my bad. She done dry snitched. She don't even know he's trying to smash. And she done gave up the dragon to baby Corlys. He was like, I thought we was, no. You talk to your brother, though? You ain't talk to your brother? He was like, nah, I didn't. She was like, oh. Anyway, so let's go back to Ulf. Ulf being the piece on the board that Ormond has. I thought Ulf was going to defect. I thought he would be like, man, forget it. All he wanted was to be able to go to the club and have some hoes and a little house. That's Ulf. Ulf was like, a man needs his little pleasures. Okay. He needs to do his little thing. I want to go to the club. I want to get some ale. I want to get on these hoes, flea bottom, and a little house. Rhaenyra's administration has been unable to do that. And that's one thing. But then you have Daemon smacking me in the streets in front of people, and I ride a dragon. That's a part that your enemy can exploit. And the thing about Daemon is he's impatient. Massario was right about that. He's impatient. And the thing about Ormond is he's much more patient. He's sowing discord, and he's strategic. and he's using his little people inside King's Landing. They got a little Airbnb in King's Landing, and he's using that to exploit Rhaenyra's weaknesses, because Rhaenyra didn't have the time. She don't have the time. She don't have the resources, like housing, things like that. She don't have the resources. She didn't have the houses for Ulf or Hugh Hammer. Hugh Hammer, and you know Hugh Hammer got in trouble with his wife last week. Can I pause there and talk about this? So many men, and y'all might call me a panderer or a simp. That's okay. That happens a lot. So many men did not understand Hugh Hammer's wife's frustration with him, because a lot of time as men, we are focused on the goal and not the journey of a relationship. Hugh Hammer, like many men, like me, I understand we will sacrifice a lot. And if we achieve the goal, in this case, the goal was a dragon, we feel like the dragon's going to get us. It's going to make everything okay. Whereas his wife is like, nah, what you sacrificed to obtain that, you put me in the crosshairs. And you told me that your goal was more important than my well-being. Whereas Hugh Hammer was like, in order to provide for you, I got to get this thing. And once I get this thing, it's going to make everything that happens okay. But the dragon not going to bring her brother back. The dragon's not going to go back and wipe away the sexual assault that happened to her, or the abuse or the violence. And what's worse is, a lot of times women will rather just go through hell with you than to achieve something without you that you placed on more value than she did. He's like, I'm trying to put us up here with the dragon and the castle and all that. And she's like, but in order to do that, you left me on the road alone, scared. And it cost me this. And I lost my daughter. I would have rather you just be in the trenches. If we die together, we die together with no dragon, because you got a dragon, but at what cost? You lost me. And she want him with her. I can tell you, after 22 years of marriage, 26 years with the same woman, this is, and listen, you still don't have a house. I can understand this in a way I didn't understand that when she was young. I seen all kind of men like, women don't know what they want. She actually does know what she wants. He didn't listen to what she wanted. And he thought what he wanted for her was more important. And him risking everything to get it was going to wipe away what it cost. And as happens in relationships, what you achieve, dragon, the promotion, the car, the job, status, $1 million, big house, whatever, what cost you was your wife. I understand that as a husband whose wife has said similar things to me. And I'm the type of nigga who's like, if I just get this dragon, it'll be okay. I'm gonna get us a dragon, I'm gonna get us a house, and I'll make up for everything that happened. And that ain't how women work a lot of times. Simple as that. Yes, TJ, she wanted her husband. A lot of men didn't get that. And I didn't feel like arguing. I don't want, and I'm not even saying the men who didn't get it were incels and anything like that. I don't, because that's calling me an incel. I think a lot of times we're blinded by ambition, and women, you know, men always get, men are so simple, but women also be simple. We just don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear it. I'll speak for myself. A lot of times I want to think I know what's right for you instead of listening to what you actually say is right. If I told my wife I can get a dragon, she's like, I don't need a dragon. I just want you here with me. And I'm like, but girl, we ain't got no food. I can't protect you. I can't do nothing. And she's like, that's fine. If we die together, we die together. It's essentially what Hugh Hammer's wife was saying. Sister Nell or Sister Hammer. That does not compute. It's like, girl, but I'm telling you, like, if I get a dragon, nobody can stop us. And she's just not You don't understand. Just be with me. I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Said I'd rather be with you. That's all she's saying. But Hugh Hammer didn't want to hear that. And low key, Rhaenyra and Daemon have not provided Hugh Hammer a house either. But let's go back to Ulf. Ormond poked at Ulf's actual needs. Ulf don't want that job. He didn't want that dragon. He just wanted his life. Ulf is like the rapper or NBA player who has the means to live a different life and wants to go back. Ulf is basically Ja Morant when he had the gun thing going on. Ja Morant, people could not understand what is your infatuation with guns and being in the hood? You're making millions of dollars playing basketball. Why do you have to keep going back to the hood? And Ja was like, I just want to be in the hood, man. And they're like, why do you keep having these guns? You don't even need to do this. Same thing rappers tell you all the time, like, get out the hood. And like, they be like, nah, I got to come back. Ulf had a dragon and went back to the same bar he always came to and tried to use his new status to buy a round of drinks because he don't want a way out. He want to be with his friends. And it's like, remember a few episodes when Rhaenyra didn't legitimize Corlys's kids, and they were asking Ulf how you want to be stylized, and he was like, Targaryen, and she was like, absolutely not. You don't think that's stuck with your boy? I got no house. Daemon smacked me a few times. He smacked me in private when it was just me and Hugh Hammer. He smacked me in public. Rhaenyra told me not to go to the bar. I went anyway. Ulf was so beat down. He was like, well, she did tell me not to go. And I'm not even saying they're wrong. I'm just saying you ain't offering me a better life. Ever since I met you and this dragon gonna get me killed, and y'all taking away all the stuff that I want to do. And Ormond was like, Ulf asked for hot honey castle, whatever he was asking for, Nashville hot honey castle. And this nigga Ormond said, I'm gonna give you Driftmark. Driftmark? I asked for a hot honey castle. I had never even heard of that castle. Whatever he was talking about, I never heard of hot honey castle. You talking about I can get Driftmark? This is what I'm talking about. It's the job. See, Ormond basically, I remember when I got my first job, all deaf, where I got my salary, I had free healthcare, and I had unlimited PTO. And they had free lunch. For a person who was previously jobless and had never had more than 2 weeks vacation PTO, 10 days of vacation, 5 days of sick time, to go to a job that said you have unlimited sick time. This is before I knew that was a doggone ruse. Anytime somebody gives you unlimited PTO, it's almost always going to be frowned upon at that company to take any PTO. If they give you unlimited PTO, it's going to be in an environment where it's so doggone counterculture to take PTO. I had unlimited PTO at my job and never went on vacation because I always thought I would get fired. But at the time I was getting the job offered, I was like, I got unlimited PTO, a salary, an expense account, and free lunch at the job. That's for Ulf. You gave him a real castle. I asked for hot honey castle. You gave me Driftmark. That's a castle. Boy, he turned his paperwork in. Now, I don't know if Ormond's plan is to deploy him. Like, do you go to King's Landing and like burn some people while you're in there? Are you a spy? Do you bring the dragon back with us? I don't know what the plan is. I just know I'm not going to say Ormond is smarter than Rhaenyra because I do think Rhaenyra is smart. I think Rhaenyra is like stressed. Oh yeah, and lordship. And you can go to the bar. Ormond says, I understand. A man got to have you out here? Are you gonna shoot? All right. I gotta say bye to my air to my throne. All right, man. See you. You smell good. He gave Ulf what he'd been asking for since he found out he was a dragon rider. Or at least the promise of it. And that's the thing, like, even right now, he ain't give it to you right now, but he said, I see you, Ulf. A man got to have his simple pleasures. Nah, see, the thing is, I think high tide is a pile of ashes. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I saw somebody say this on Threads, because I thought Driftmark was a pile of ashes. Somebody said Driftmark is still in good standing. High tide is burnt up. But either way, I think, yeah, high tide was the seat. And I think Driftmark was like, Driftmark is a bando? That's hilarious. That's a very black thing to say. Driftmark is a bando. And I completely understood what you said. I love being black. Driftmark is the island, high tide is the castle. Oh, so he was playing him. That's funny. Oh, dang. Okay. I thought he was playing him too, but then somebody on Thread said it was backwards. So I was like, oh, dang. Oh, yeah. Well, it's obvious that Ormond's getting off of his dragon. But more importantly than Driftmark being usable or not, that's funny. All feels seen after not being seen. And he's going, see, the thing is, right now, I bet you if Ormond says, bro, go down to the strip club in Tumbleton, get you on some hoes, get you some ale. Lordship, I got you. If you find out Driftmark's burn, you can have Hot Honey Castle. All that stuff. I understand you. And that's a valuable tool to get somebody to defect. I understand you. So that's the second loss of a dragon. Sunfire's return, off. Dreamfire, Helena's burning them. That's 3. Let's go to the saddest part of the episode. They jumped my boy Sheep Stealer. Sheep Stealer should have just never been tamed or bonded with Bela, aka Nettles. Bettles. Okay. Sheep Stealer is found, and great character work. Bela's like, I thought I could hide. But can you imagine your whole life as Sheep Stealer when you were born, you were highborn, and your whole life is now living in the woods with this nigga underbite dragon, Shiesty. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Nah. You can't. That can't be my. I'm sorry, Raina. I said Bela. Raina, my bad. They got too many names. That girl's name was Tasha, and one was Chandra. I would never make this mistake. But Rhaenyra, Raina, Bela. Come on now. So Raina, I hate that the Targaryens are so doggone lazy with the doggone name. Aegon, Aemon, Daemon, Raymond, Jamin. Nigga, where's Tasha, Keisha, LaShawn, Tamika Targaryen? Imagine if you had a Tamika Targaryen and LaShawn Targaryen. I would never get those two confused. And then they all got blonde hair. Come on, man. Tamika Targaryen, easy. Reggie Targaryen, first of his name. All these doggone fifth and sixth of his name, Aegon. This doggone 4 niggas named Aegon. Aegon the Conqueror, we seen. Egg, Duncan Eggs, Aegon Targaryen. Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen. This Aegon Targaryen. Yes, Tyrese Targaryen. Give me a Tyrese. Raymonte Targaryen. Lord. Baela, Rhaena, Laenor, Daemon, Aemond, Rhaenyra, Daenerys, Viserys. Rhaena did get the TWA. But listen, I feel her because she told Daemon, like, bruh, or maybe she told her sister. She told one of them, I can't live like this. So Daemon goes to find Rhaena on Sheepstealer. And he's like, come on, come back. And at that exact time, Rhaenyra and Baby Locks Corlys, not Baby Bald Corlys, Baby Locks Corlys come. She thinks Daemon has betrayed her. Rhaenyra lands. She thinks Daemon has betrayed her. Adam is still stinging because Baela gave that cat up to Baby Corlys. Sheepstealer is not afraid of Caraxes. I love Sheepstealer. I'm sorry. It's a pit bull in dragon form. Because he was like, nigga, I don't care who you are. And Sheepstealer is the most dragons do what they want. And then he's so wild, he brings the wild out of them. When they were fighting, Sheepstealer knocked Daemon off the dragon. If they would have shot the fair one with Sheepstealer, it would have been different. Because one-on-one, he was kind of had hands for Cyrax. He was biting the crap out of Cyrax. Cyrax was, and Sheepstealer is bigger than Cyrax. So Rhaenyra came. First of all, your dragon ain't really about that life. Sheepstealer came, big underbite. I'm on this nigga head right here, though. I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm on him. Okay? And then, okay, so now you got to go Cyrax and Sea Smoke. And then you go Cyrax, Sea Smoke, Caraxes. Now y'all jumping me. And that's really the only reason that Sheepstealer lost is because he got jumped. And I felt bad for him. And I felt bad for her. First of all, why you abandon him? Sheepstealer was a lot of things, but he was loyal. He was defending you because he ain't know what type of time they were on. They landed there all hostile. And he's like, nah, I'm loading up the throat. Wow, that came out weird. You know how the dragons be like hot in the throat, but what I'm saying, I'm not even like a pause guy, but saying loading up the throat, that's just not how I intended for that. You know, I'm gonna just start saying he's preparing fire. Because loading up the throat is just like, it's not how I intended that to come across. I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. It ain't even about that. But loading up the throat, hey, yo, how do you say pause in High Valyrian? Because I just need one, give me back. But Sheepstealer is ready to burn. Okay, he actually does start burning people. And I think it's so interesting that dragons both burn each other and scratch and like claw each other. And when Aemon was like, all right, get out of here, you crazy kids. That's how you say pause in High Valyrian. Vaz. That's good. A moment, my lord. Yes. A moment, my lord, for saying Sheepstealer's loading up the throat. A moment, my lord. That's me. So Daemon being like telling Caraxes to kill him, and Sheepstealer, Caraxes did kind of go to work. I'm sorry. It's like you can tell Daemon is more experienced and he has more of a stronger bond. But Caraxi still is like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And when Sheep Stealer tried to fly off and he couldn't, I was like, dang, man. He kind of limped off. And I was like, dang, Big Sheep. Like, Daemon didn't kill you. At least, usually in Game of Thrones lore, if you don't die on screen, you don't die. So if Sunfire is alive, technically Sheep Stealer could be alive, but I don't think Sheep Stealer is alive. If he is, he's out of commission. Because I don't. If he didn't die, I don't think he'll be able to fly again. If he can fly again, it's gonna be a minute. That's funny. He took PTO. Appreciate it for the Funky Lil 5. And I don't mean Funky Lil 5 disrespectfully. I always call it that. Yes. Sheep Stealer's ACL is torn for sure. So now Rhaena ain't got no dragon again. I did like that Daemon said I didn't have no dragon when I was a kid. You wouldn't have known that based on where you meet him at. But let's finish this with talking about Rhaenyra again. Mysaria is kind of caught because Daemon, yes, he lied, but he was caught in a pickle. And if anything, if anybody knows about being caught in a pickle, Rhaenyra does. So it's like betray my wife or betray my daughter. And she's like, the way I see it, he didn't so much as betray me as he didn't try to betray my daughter or his daughter. So she's mad, but she understands. And Mysaria is like, I love that scene with the other lady of the night who told Mysaria, like, oh, you think you wanted them because you in these halls. You talking about I got the ear of the queen, girl. You're a whore. And you do good to remember that. You ain't never going to be like them. At the end of the day, you're always going to be a whore. With all due respect, my lady. She's like, you think you better than me. You sold cat, I sold cat. And it was so funny because basically right after that scene, Rhaenyra is feeling bad for herself. She so happens to be standing right next to that cat. Mysaria put that coochie wasn't a fortnight away. Rhaenyra was like, that. Yeah, I like that. Mysaria put that cat on her like, yeah, girl, I know what I said. Go ahead and put your head right here on that cat. You seen that clip of Yana Van Zant saying, put your mouth over that hole. That's what Mysaria told right there. Put your mouth right over that hole. Put your mouth over that hole. Mysaria said, let me get back to what I know best. Wielding that coochie. She done wielded that coochie from Flea Bottom to the Red Keep. You think I don't know how to work that thing? I don't even know if you was by. You by today. Huh? I'm finna eat you. You finna eat me. We finna scissor. It's Pride Month in King's Landing. Damon's gone. Okay? I know you stressed. Lay back. Let me lick that cat. You got a dragon. I got a cat. Mysaria put that Saria on her. She said, man, girl, tell me everything you got to know. Tell me everything. I know it. Yeah, Daemon. Yeah, I know Daemon. Daemon did that stuff, didn't he? Daemon did that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Come on, put your mouth over that hole. Put your mouth over that hole. And Rhaenyra was stressed. She said, I'll take a little coochie if I can get it. I'll take a little coochie if I can get it. Yeah, she came in there like, I can fix that. She said, ain't no rose. I'm going to do this personally. And I'm going to tell you, that hit because that white girl just told her, you ain't nothing but a whore. It's like Mysaria was like, you know what? I am a whore. At my core, I'm a whore. And I've made a few mistakes about Damon. And before Rhaenyra goes too far down the road of being mad at me, I'm finna lick that line. I'm finna lick that line. Huh? How you say clitoris in High Valyrian? You know how good at sex you gotta be to make it to the Red Keep? That Mysaria know her way around town. You feel me? I'm finna eat you out and make you forget you broke, burnt, and finna die. Or you finna eat me out. I feel like you gotta do the bending. If Mysaria is in here right now, she got to be doing the bending. She got to be doing the bending. She's working down at the Players Club. How mad can you be at somebody who just ate you out within an inch of your life? After you almost died, you're vulnerable. If I seen Dragonfire, I was mad at you. Next thing you know, I'm here. Who? Man, what were we talking about? You was trying to play Damon against me? Man, that's water under the bridge. Because you done made that water come under the bridge. You feel me? I ain't tripping off that. Let bygones be bygones. You done made me... You done made me come in the Red Keep. Damon ain't done that uncle sex on her in a minute. Damon ain't done no uncle sex. She done sent Damon out of the bed. Get the hell on, Damon. Mysaria, you get in. And this is like a key to life. If you're ever down and out, go back to what you know. Mysaria said, I'm a low post game. Throw it in the post. Pump fake, lick. She told Damon, not tonight, it's late. Cole for already got 8. High Valyrian for vagina is vos tristos. Oh, is it? I forgot. High Valyrian was on Duolingo. Vos tristos. And Joffrey heard all of that. First of all, where the hell Joffrey been? I done forgot about him. I respect Mysaria so much, man. Because her little stuff worked. Her little thing, it worked. But let me tell you what. Next week's episode is going to be good. We got a battle. We got the Winter Wolves. We got the High Towers fighting Templeton. The writing's on the wall for Rhaenyra. I'm going to be sad for her. But you can see that Mad King, that descent into madness. And also, she kind of spit a little bar when she said her dad was a dreamer. No, she said, what she said? My dad's whole life was a dream. But Viserys really wasn't a real nigga at all. He really wasn't. That nigga was playing with Legos when it mattered most. And I just think there was a theme, the horror lady that told Mysaria off. She told her, I've lost my train of thought. Hold on. Oh, she told Mysaria that this place has changed you. You're altered. You've been changed. And that's been a theme for this whole season for Rhaenyra. She swore up and down that she was going to be able to maintain herself and be sitting on the Iron Throne. And that's like believing you can be president of the United States and not engage in imperialism. If you become president of the United States, you are going to kill innocent people. And if you don't believe that, then innocent people will die on your watch, either by your order or by somebody who reports to you. You can't be a good person and be president of the United States. You're going to be doing some drone strikes. You're going to be overthrowing some government. You're going to be destabilizing a country. You're going to be doing some underhanded, nefarious thing. It comes with the job title. You either order it or you stand idly by while somebody else orders it. But you don't live in a world where it doesn't happen under your watch. No president is blameless. Even Obama. I like Obama. I am not naive to believe Obama wasn't running them drones, wasn't aware that he was destabilizing some countries. Just because he's black and charismatic and got a jumper don't mean niggas didn't die on his watch. It come with the job. So I feel like Rhaenyra's biggest problem is her. Yeah, I feel like somebody just said this. Cut Viserys some slack as peacetime his whole reign until his face started falling off. Viserys did not prepare that baby. He did not name her. He didn't prepare her. He didn't. He could have named her early. He was being manipulated by Otto Hightower and that cat, that young Alicent that was sent over through Otto. He was manipulated. Nah, man, he didn't name her for real. Not when it mattered. He didn't stand by her like that. He didn't name her early. He didn't do it early. He didn't believe in her for real. Remember, it took a long time, and then he finally did it, and then he like stood by. He ain't name her until his doggone face was falling off. Our pets' heads are falling off. Yeah, they did cut the baby out of his wife. But anyway, Rhaenyra, she just never could sit down calmly. Oh, yeah, that was funny when she called Aemon an idiot. I meant to say that. Oh, he was late naming her, y'all. He didn't stand 10 toes down. He basically did the same thing Rhaenyra did to Corlys. So anyway, I believe we're going to get this last episode is going to be good. This season so far has been great. I've had a good time. This whole, if we're not getting the final season, is the final season in 2028 or is it in 2020? Are we getting Dunk and Egg next season and then the final season 2028? If they say 2028, I'm going to be pissed off. It is going to air in 2028. Corlys' gay son, Laenor, he's still alive. He's in Eternal Pride Month. He was the smartest one. Whether he lived or died, he made the right choice. They said that a dragon won't bond with another person while their rider is alive. But I do believe Laenor is either in San Francisco or Atlanta. I do believe San Francisco, though, because he had a white man. I think he rode off with a white male, and that tell me San Francisco. If he had rode off with a black male, that is Atlanta. But that white man, they going to take you to San Francisco, and they be like, okay, pride. If he's a black man, then you will be in Atlanta. But I do believe he was in that boat with a white man. Who got Helena pregnant? It was Aegon. Aegon meat got burnt off, though, didn't it? Didn't Aegon say his meat got burnt off, or did I hear that wrong? Because I feel like he smashed her and then she got pregnant, but then his meat got burnt off when Aemon burned him. He ain't got no peen. Well, he was sad. Yeah, his peen is off. That's crazy. Exploded? He said his meat exploded. When did he say that? Who said that? I don't know if I want to live with a burnt off meat. I mean, I would, but man, you can't keep on stage if your meat got burnt off. How you pee? He got a catheter? I believe Aegon got her pregnant. Knights of the Seven Kingdom is good. I like Dunk and Egg. Totally different vibe than Game of Thrones. It's from the opposite end of the world. It's not the highborn. It's the lowborn. Dunk. Wait, One Eye is the daddy? Nah, he ain't smash. Yeah. That ain't Blue Eye Baby, y'all. That ain't One Eye Damon. Ain't Aemon One Eye. He's smash. It's Aegon. I think it's Aegon, y'all. I don't think they ever showed Helena smashing with Aemon. Anyway, this week finale, I'll be back here on time right after the episode. I'm not out of town. I'm really glad because it's the week before my tour starts, and I don't have to worry about trying to do it after a show. It was perfect timing. I only wasn't home like 2 times during this whole thing. So if y'all are with me, I'll be here next week. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.